So, section 1.5a, homeostasis, we're going to take a look at a basic negative feedback mechanism or feedback loop. And what that means is that there's some sort of a change in something away from a set point. We'll get into set points in a few minutes. But there's a change in something, whether it's inside the body or outside the body. It could be something like a change in your body temperature. It could be a change in the amount of glucose in your bloodstream. It could be a change in the pH of your blood, something along those lines. So there's a change in something away from the set point. And there's specialized cells that pick up that, hey, there's something going on here. They detect a change. They don't know what the change is. All they know is that something is going on. They don't know what to do about it. So in order to help fix the problem, they send signals to a control center. And a control center, very often it's the brain. There are a few other control centers within the body, but 99% of the time it's the brain. So the control center says, you're right. Something is abnormal. We need to fix that. So what the brain does is it then sends impulses or signals down to a group of specialized tissues, very often they're glands or their muscles, to attempt to fix the problem and get you back down to normal. So that's a basic negative feedback loop as far as homeostasis goes. Now, let's get a little more technical. That change in something, we call that the stimulus. And the cells that pick up that information are called receptors or sensory neurons. And they send impulses to the control center, and the control center's job is to integrate. And when the control center integrates, it takes all these impulses coming up to it and calculates it and figures out that there's a problem, what the problem is, and how to fix it. We call that integration. So then the control center decides to do something about it. And a control center sends signals or impulses away from the control center to specialized cells to fix the problem, and they're called effectors. And again, these are usually glands or muscles, and hopefully they take care of the problem. Now, direction of travel is very important. It's a one-way loop. So the stimulus gets picked up by the sensory neurons or receptors, and the impulses then travel toward the control center or integration center. Once the integration center decides what to do, it then sends impulses away from the control center to the effectors to fix the problem. Another way of looking at it, or another way of describing it, is that the direction of travel is either afferent or efferent. So here we have a stimulus, and it's getting picked up by the receptors again. Now, the receptors are sending impulses through afferent pathways. They're actually afferent sensory pathways to the control center. The control center then integrates it and sends impulses away from it through efferent motor pathways. And those efferent motor pathways then end up at the effectors, which then fix the problem. An easy way to remember this is A comes before E alphabetically. So afferent has to come before efferent, which means sensory has to come before motor, because you have to sense something before you do something about it.